in oil processing mode. And it's gonna be sweet and awesome. And we're gonna make some lubricant for our purposes and other stuff. So the things that we're making is lubricant. Well, we'll figure it out eventually. Essentially, everything we make in a chemical plant, we're making here. Things that need to go actually on the line, like for like a fluid line, is really just lubricant. Like lubricant, like everything else, we're not really making in enough amounts that we don't need it for other reasons. Right, let's just drop off a bunch of coal. Let's drop off a bunch of stone. Let's drop off stuff we don't need. Just drop off you. Oh, I made a little setup to make us landfill, because I needed a little bit of landfill to do some of these mines to have them run properly. Alright, so things we need for oil processing. Belts. We actually don't need that many belts, but it's nice to have belts. Okay, so let's count how many things you have. Like, let's just use a little thing. We have a mining thing here. We're gonna do boop, boop, boop. It's literally just a blueprint of a bunch of these guys and helps you place them down. And we need 13. Cool. 13 pump jacks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I want probably 2 or 2 sets of 10 refineries, so 20 refineries. And we're low on you guys. And we're low on, I'm gonna guess, steel? Because it's always steel. And no iron. Nope. Bricks. Right. Bunch of refineries, and we need a ton of chemical plants. And we could just auto-craft these, but effort. Let's grab a bunch of pipes. Let's think. Alright, so if we look at a chemical plant we already have. Excuse me. Let's just make 20. I don't see what we're looking for. Well, we'll come back. Well, 20, that'll be like 10 each for cracking, and that should be enough for now. And yeah, let's just set up cracking for now. And we'll also need a bunch of these storage tanks. Actually, not that many, but like, we should just make a fair few. And we'll need lots of undergrounds and lots of north pipes. And no chests, not really. Excuse me. Probably want some more red wire. Do I need combinators? Because it's... Oh, we need pumps. That's what I think we need. Because pumps is how we're going to regulate moving things in and out of the doohickeys. And we need 2 pumps. Thank you very much. And I think that is everything we need to set up whatchamacallit. To set up refining. Well, refining, not actual, not actual oil products yet. This is just taking the crude oil and making it into products, and also balancing everything out so it's at the right ratios of all the products we need. Oh, we're making all of you. Which is probably not a terrible place to start. Alright. You don't fit there, you're fine, you'll be fine. Let's just move you in here, move you in here. And we'll just work on... Actually, you're in a perfectly fine location. Alright. Oops, you're undergrounds. And normally I would use a lot more undergrounds here, just because moving around through these on the film is really annoying. But since we have squeak through, it's not as much of an issue. You will just underground though. And we gotta just figure out how we're gonna link these into the same system. Boop. Oop, nope. You, and you. And, okay, they're all in the same system. Now they just need power. Let's just we can grab power over here. And be like, hey, you, and you. And there we go. So, lots of power, lots of things going on. Okay, oil refining. First thing we need, refineries themselves. Okay, so we now have advanced oil processing, which is what we want because this only gives one type and not very much of it. So this is a recent change where advanced oil processing isn't anywhere near as good as it used to be. Or basic oil processing. It used to produce everything, and now it just produces one thing at a very low rate. It used to just be like the ratios of what thing you were making. God damn it, where it would make low amounts of petroleum, but it would make lots of heavy oil and not so much petroleum in the other ones. And they were like, let's simplify this for people getting into the game, which I think I agree with the change, but it does mean that it is not ideal for. I mean, it does eliminate the choice of like, hey, which one do I want to use? And the answer is almost always you want to use this one. So we are just going to build out all this, and you are actually, oh, you are not actually connected. So how many are you now? You are 10. Right. So we just actually want this whole structure again. Alrighty. So this will probably be this will be all the refineries this setup uses, because we don't actually need it going off that side, and we probably don't need you coming over here. Right, so let us bring oil up here, and like I said, we're gonna maneuver around this, because it's like we might have that go right over there. But in the meantime, let's just, if we need to move these oil lines, we can. And we will. And I'll be fine. Right, so we have oil right here. Let's just move oil to being like here. And we don't need to really specify where oil is going into, because it should be fine, especially for our current throughput. Do I have a well? Yes, I do. In the background, you can hear my father, who is loud. And actually, let's have it go one more, just so it's Alright. And I'll just have you come in like this. Alright, so now they all have water and they all have oil, which is perfect and what we want. So now these need to go into different things. So essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to have them all. Actually, we're going to line them up by the smallest one, which is right here. Here and here. Oops, and here. And this is going to be our mini fluid bus, but ultimately at the end of the day, only sulfuric acid, or not sulfuric acid, actually, does sulfuric acid used for anything else that we need to export it to? Thanks for batteries, sulfuric acid barrels, uranium ore, Oh, we need processing. So off of this will come sulfuric acid and lubricant. Those are the only two that will actually continue along with the bus. Everything else will be staying within the realm of this place. So, right, so just making these lines, and now we need to figure out where we are going to make a lot of this stuff, but where do we want to, how do we want to process it? And because it's like we might not all, but we're going to use something called cracking, which is a nice little thing, which lets us, I'm just making these as a buffer real quick. You're going to be my light oil buffer, and you're going to be my petroleum buffer. Let's also get all of these power. Do. And they're all going to start processing oil, which is perfect. And then these will fill with what their respective things. So heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum. We're actually going to hook all of these up to a wire network. Because we only want to really like destroy heavy oil when we have too much heavy oil. We only want to destroy light oil when we don't have enough light oil. Petroleum, we can't destroy. I might add a mod that lets us vent it. But yeah. And you seldom run out of petroleum in vanilla. Like, petroleum is the thing you need the most of. Like, sometimes you'll run into a situation where you need more lubricant, but otherwise, petroleum's useful. Right, so we have all of you, and now we're going to set up the first line of cracking. And there are better ratios you can do, but I'm just going to set up this, where you can be very exact. And I think it's like a 7:3 ratio and stuff like that, but that's not what we're doing. That requires a math. And math is hard, and I don't want to do it. Okay, so this is our light oil to heavy oil cracking. Let's get cracking. Ha ha ha, I am so funny. And we're going to set up 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Yeah, also, you don't need to exist, you don't need to exist. And this will just create, so it brings in heavy oil and water, and it will take out light oil. So light oil, we can just have reconnect with its friend here. Which is exactly what we want. And we can have, but heavy oil here, we only want heavy oil to come in when when we like have too much of it. So I'm going to set a pump here. Pumps require power, but we're not going to set power yet. Actually, I might for just a tad second. Because I want to set you grab this wire. And we're going to have this wire come around. And you might notice that, hey, this wire has all of our fluids. This can store, I believe, up, like, say we were going to say that, hey, if we have over 25,000 heavy oil, you can use this. So we say, hey, it is enabled as long as heavy oil is greater than 25,000. And you can do fancier logic being like, okay, but make sure we don't have too much lubricant, because if we have a lubricant overhaul, we don't want to use it necessarily. And you can do that, but it's honestly, ultimately, not that needed. And we will add this to we'll grab from the heavy oil line. And we actually need another deep water well, so I'm going to build that right here. And finally, I'm just going to pop and give it water, because it'll probably need water. So that is our heavy oil cracking. And we're going to do a very similar thing for light oil. So this will be light oil to petroleum. Okay, do we actually need explosives or anything? Like, since we don't need Cliff's explosives, like Cliff explosive, deep water. I mean, if we want to make water, I don't really seeing us need that. Yeah, we don't need explosives. We will be building plastic, sulfuric acid, lubricant, and batteries, and sulfur. That's all we're going to be doing. But right now, this is light oil to that cracking. And we're going to do the exact same thing here. So you. And you... Oh, you are confused about what you're doing. Cool. And we'll do the exact same thing. And we'll probably need to add more cracking for certain types of cracking. And usually something will go wrong with the, Oh, I forgot to put the undergrounds. I'm dumb. Something will go wrong with the factory, and we'll be like, oh no, what's wrong? What could it be? And it's usually something with the oil, like 9 out of 10 times. I mean, not that much, but it'll often be something wrong with the oil. I don't have enough room to put the water here. Honestly, these probably could both use the same water. Actually, okay, let's move you so they're in our water wells in the same place. Cool. And now you will come and we'll connect you to our thing here. And it'll all be good. And or actually, I'm just gonna copy this. Oh, probably should connect it to the network here and be like, hey, you only run if light oil is too much. And it'll be good. And there we go. There is our cracking, which is very nice. It'll be very pretty. It'll be very effective. And once these fill up, like our petroleum's full. These other two are fine. But don't worry, we'll be using lots of petroleum soon enough. I remember how I said I didn't want to be doing too much on the other side of this. That's where we're going to be starting. We're actually going to be putting most of these things going down here, which is good that we have space here. It means because otherwise we have this awkward interior angle that we don't want to be using. So we're actually going to be starting our next thing like down here. Actually, we could probably do lubricant first. So yeah, let's actually build just one more of these so we can figure out how many things. And for this, I'm just gonna build like 10 machines of each and just call it a day. Although sulfuric acid, so we need 10, 20, 30, 40, and then sulfuric acid, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. But then sulfuric acid requires, is it a weird ratio, or it's like 2 to 3, I believe. What's my recipe say? Like, I mean, I have a blueprint for this where it's like vanilla fluids. Early sulfuric acid. That's like game sulfuric acid. Yeah, it's 3. So we'll probably have like, that one will be like, you know, let's just go for a full 30. We need lots of sulfuric acid for batteries and things like that. So we'll handle it like that. So we need 70 chemical things. And now we are stuck behind a train, and because we don't have any cars, we are very much faster than that train. Okay. Let's just get rid of everything. Okay, probably use more rails. That is something we need. Alright, so we need more chemical plants. We're running low on iron, so let's just grab lots of iron. Oops, we don't want to have to craft green circuits by hand because that takes forever. Okay, intermediate crafting speed is done. Let's just grab the next crafting speed because we are doing a lot of handcrafting. Probably could use another round of you. Always could use more lighted belts. I could use more of you. Pipes, yes, we need more of each pipe. And we'll probably need lots of belts to extend the northern belt. Actually, let's just like cut you. So we currently have 3, so let's just make 3. So we have an even 20 being made right now. Let's just get it up to, okay, so we have this will be 30, so we need to have it think that we need 40 more. I think we need more steel. Right. Now we need more iron for the last 10, I think. Yeah. Wait, theoretically, that should be enough. Theoretically, crossing our fingers. And let's just grab a few more belts, just because we'll need them. Well, we'll need them. And it never hurts to have extra nanobots, and everything's suffering because I took a bunch of iron. And we'll go back to bus oil. I'm actually thinking it might actually not be terrible to put a stop right there. And I might actually do that. Yeah, let's do that real quick, because this is not going to be really where the action is going to be at. The action is going to be up here. And do that before we start putting stuff onto the bells on the other side. Right, so this is all going well, making lots of stuff. Wait, so there's 45, and it'll be 50, 60, 70. There we go. Hey there, Solinus. Nighttime stream, nighttime Sunusen. I am in the West, North America West Coast. Seattle. It is currently 10 o'clock. Which isn't that late to me, because I usually do late nights. Right. Oh, no, I don't want to copy also the signal. I do want to, like, extend this. Yeah, I mean, it's dark outside, it's not a daytime stream, and it's not really an evening stream. Like, night is, like, the closest. It's not like midnight. Alright, it'll build all that. I mostly just want that here, and it'll build it when we're, like, not doing anything else. But let us, let's do a little station here. Let's just grab here, and we'll just grab in. We'll just build like an outpost, so we can get on from both sides. Hey, stop building that. I just build the station. It's gonna be mega amazing. We are having our in-game being towards SpaceX. So, a high, like, looking for like a high science per minute and stuff like that. But we are still in the early game and building our first bus. And probably our only bus, because why would you ever build more than one bus? Unless you're like doing a full AV Pi run, at which point sometimes like having mini buses isn't the worst plan. Specifically I've seen for AV Pi doing like, or even just like AB, doing like a electronic circuits bus, because a lot of them just share a lot of the same components. Alright, so we're gonna call you station bus turn. Hey, oh, no, you. And honestly, yeah, that would probably don't need bus smelting anymore. Okay, go to belt bus turn, please. Thank you very much. Stone might be else we don't need. Alright, so that's gonna come up here, and we'll continue our guys letting them build out all of these. Yeah, alright. Now we don't really need to be doing this right now, but actually, I am going to actually say stop. Guess we don't. Yeah, I mean, I usually have dedicated, like, just dedicated, lines to that. Alright, so you're off doing that. So let's do our first, little thing here. I'm doing this one here because, we're reducing a fluid producing a fluid, so I'm going to do the producing the fluids first, so things that don't put things onto the other side of that bus, and that is going to be lubricant and sulfuric acid. So this could be our little lubricant production. Lubricant we use for like engines and stuff, but it's very simple to make. You put in heavy oil, you get out lubricant. And we'll just make 10 of these. And we'll awkwardly forget to put and notably, this will actually be the last thing that we need heavy oil for. We do not need to continue the heavy oil line, so what I'm going to do is the lubricant line is going to actually take over the heavy oil line right here. Actually, light oil? Light oil, since now that we don't need to make solid fuel, light oil's only purpose is to get cracked. Like, light oil is not useful in the normal base anymore. So yeah, so you're good. Let's just make sure they both have power. And we'll start making lubricant. And I'm actually gonna just sneak in. Actually, I'm gonna take out that. I'm gonna sneak in you, which is just gonna be here. And they fixed the problem where like having tanks be inline is bad, so it's no longer bad. So we'll just have this here, and just a little bit of buffer for lubricant, which is useful because lubricant we need a lot. Also, I love the new textures for the chemical plants. It looks so cool. You don't have solid or rocket fuel? I do have solid fuel, but I already have it dedicated. I'm only using it for actual fuel, and I have a dedicated little thing that is our refueling train that goes out to all of our mines and stuff. We're not building. We don't have rocket fuel research. We can't do rocket fuel. Eventually, I'll upgrade my trains to be using rocket fuel, but not quite yet. We're just using solid fuel right now. Oh yes, we will need it for we will need solid fuel. Okay, so yeah, you know what I might just do is I might actually just, when we get to the point where we're having our rocket silo, or like our initial like bus rocket silo, I'll just pipe the light oil to there, and then from there, make it into solid fuel and make it into rocket oil, and not rocket fuel, and not worry about busing solid fuel. I have everything except there is no spoon. I just haven't done a no spoon run. There is no spoon run, but I've done everything else. Okay, so next up I want my sulfuric acid, and I'm doing this on, it's a little bit of a complex, where is it? Sulfur, there we are. It has the wrong icon and says it is that, so here we are for this. I'm not going to turn you off because I want to change it. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll copy this whole thing. And you know, I'm just going to have this on 2 lines just so it doesn't get too big. And we need to change things. So we need to change which ones that is. And we can say, hey, no lights. Because that blueprint was for vanilla. Yeah. No, but yeah, I love. It's nice to just do like a normal base, and we're out of pipes. Yeah, no, like there's no spoon. You have to kind of cheese it, like just turn off like aliens, but no pollution and things like that, and I'm gonna go run and grab some more pipes because we can't really do pipes. Can't really do this very well without pipes. And we need more nanobots. Oh yeah, we moved that. It's over there now. And it takes forever to get back here, so we'll just run up there. Yeah. So this requires iron, but otherwise it just requires water and our petroleum, We will need another water well, so let's build that real quick. And sulfuric acid will be very important. Oh, nice, nice. I don't have a record because it's like most of the runs I've done, like I just never make it to space because I'm like, I realize I'm not gonna make it. Let's not worry about it. That's it. I've only actually done like one serious attempt of it, and we were like, based on our projections, we weren't gonna make it, and we were like, you know what? Let's come back and I have a server of friends that we're on, and we're probably just gonna do it as a group. Which doing it as a group, it kind of cheeses it, but it'll be a fun community thing. Alright, so I need more of you. Need more belts as usual. We need more inserters. That's important. And pipes, and the other kind of pipes. And I think that's everything we need. Also, we can probably take our refineries off the hotbar because we have our refineries down. Oh. I think that's all we need. Yeah, that should be fine. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I was like, I didn't know how it would look, but I like how, okay, it looks weird. Oops, what'd I do? I don't want to look at you. It looks kind of weird, in person, but on the map, it looks very nice. Like, let us go to bus oil. And we're on a train. Yep, and we're gonna go running. Alright. So this is a pretty much, I did just brush over how I made this, but essentially there's a 2-to-1 ratio of sulfur making plants to sulfuric acid making plants, and it just sets them up and runs them all across, and it'll be fine. And yeah, I am gonna link up these 2 water ones, and just they can use the same deep water well, and they'll all fill up with water. And they'll need power still. Let's just give them some juice. And we'll just have right, and you'll come up here, and we need to get them iron and the sulfuric acid. Not sulfuric acid. That's what it is. It is sulfuric acid. Petroleum. Let's do this. And there's nothing going on here, so we'll just make it big. And you go in there. And yep, all that's coming in. And then we're just gonna need to give it some iron. Oops, not that one. Not that one. Right. And for these, I'm not gonna put the priority on this one to either. Just because like this one isn't one that we necessarily need full throughput for. Like the gears, yeah, that one gear places. We don't. That's awkward. Boy, I have some red undergrounds just for this purpose. And, yeah, let's make a little, let's actually adjust you and just have you be a nice little buffer tank. You don't need to be there like that anymore. And now we are making some sulfuric acid, which is yay! Sulfuric acid, woo! Don't touch it, it's acid. Like, even though actually all said, like, sulfuric acid isn't that bad. Like, yeah, you don't want to touch it, but it's like, for being like the poster child, like, acid that you get dropped into a vat of, it isn't actually that bad as things go. What's the pipe connection mod? That would be Picker. That is Picker pipe tools. It's very nice. Be able to like actually like be like, hey, where are we using that? And it's like also will show like there's the red up here that would be like, hey, you're not actually using this line for anything. You can remove that line. It's green when it's like, hey, this is a perfect system. It's not actually using anything. This one's yellow because it is using some things that it doesn't need and things like that. But yeah. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so the next one. So this is all the fluids that we're getting. This the next ones we're going to have. We actually want to put onto the other side of this bus. So I'm gonna do it over here. And of course, we need to finish doing all that, building out all of this. Right. Dude. And I have no idea if I'll have enough belts. My money's on no. Also, while we're up here, hey, you. Go to the bus turn. Do. I can't wait till I have proper bots. That's it. I mean, with nanobots, it is a nice thing where it's like you're not pressured to get bots immediately, and you're not like because it's like now if I waited enough time to like make sure that everything's good. It isn't like that rushed early like vanilla setup, just to get to bots as soon as possible, and I'm not having to like unconstruct a lot of things, which is just a nice place to be. So next we're gonna start like building north south. And to start that off, we're gonna build, what's it called? Plastic. We're gonna have 2 belts of plastic because we use a lot of plastic. Because notably, plastic, main thing it's used for advanced circuits, very important. It means used for other stuff too, notably low density structures. But 2 belts of it will be good. And for right now, yellow belt of plastic. So plastic can be made in 1 second. So you need 15 per one. So we want 8 on each side to make 1 belt of plastic. And it requires coal, so we can actually share coal lines for this. So we're gonna go 1 there, and you'll go out, and you'll go out, and we'll have you come in here like this, and you'll come in like that, and this will be coal in. Notably, we won't have enough coal for both of these. We might actually want to have a dedicated coal. We might actually want to... If we wanted to be ugly, we could just also... Okay, if we need to and we want to be ugly, we could mine this and like just ship it up here to plastic because it's actually not that far. So we're actually going to overkill and actually oversaturate how much coal we can use. But it'll be fine. Don't tell anyone. Also, one thing we can do is we can put like a storehouse buffer if we want to like just like save up coal while we're actually waiting to do everything else. So yeah. How much did I say? Also, I said that we're gonna have 10 of each, and I said so need A's, I need 15, so it needs like Math is hard. Okay, so actually we only want you to offset be like that. Yeah, let's just like, yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna want to expand this. We're gonna want to have it make a full line, which requires like a few more. Actually, let's just add in because we'll be adding some stuff at the end. But also let's add power. Remember, you want to have as many things as possible connected to your the main central power line, and not to each other, because when you just you deconstruct something, you just lose the whole power line. And we're gonna like leave a bit of space to have the next line of it, and we'll put the output on the other side. We'll have 2 lines worth ready to save. And I'm actually going to like say like, hey, this is roughly where the second line of plastic's going to be, and we'll just make the belt aware of that, even if we're not building it right this moment. Oh, I didn't think about that. That the fact that we needed this to not be this close, and we can't get to the other side of that belt. Well, that's gonna be super awkward. Okay, do we want to adjust all of this one down? And this is going to be super awkward for the rest of the game until we have blue undergrounds. And unfortunately, I think the answer is yes, we want to move all of these down. So we don't need to move them all down, fortunately. We just need to move... Okay, these solid lines we can move, but... Oh, that's going to be real annoying. Because it's fine on this side, and I didn't notice on this side because we weren't building on that other side of the belt. But all these other ones need to move down one. Okay, so that's one of those reasons where you maybe don't want to have all the items on that belt yet. Right, so... Okay. We're going to have, actually that's not how we want it. We want you up, you, 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 you. And actually you can be fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, and you're gone. And can we build a train please? Thank you. I'm building us some cargo wagons, because we're going to have a lot of junk in our inventory. One bit of nanobots, though, is that they don't mind, no, that's not the right one. They don't mind carrying, like, one charge, both deconstruct something, a belt, and any items that are on it, and it's not like the normal construction bots at your inventory that will be required to actually take all that up. Actually, I think all 3 of these need to go. I mean, we can just pick up the items and it'll be fine. That top line, and here, wait. And very quickly, we will run out of space on our inventory, and we gotta put them all into a train. Alright, you. Unfortunately, you cannot dolly belts. Oh, and we are also out of whatchamacallits? Bots. Alright, so let's pick up everything that we don't have. Let's at first actually, let's just pick up all of the junk that's on these belts that we are deleting, and we can have the bots actually delete them because I just want to get everything back to the base, and the base can deal with it. Hey there, Solden85. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, let's... Oh, that was a mistake. That was a boo-boo. do, 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 do. Fixing mistakes. Oh, that is just something I did not think about, and, oh, cannot let Mr. Electronics on it because the inventory's full. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You, hey, you're full of stuff, you can go in there, and you're in there. Yeah, okay, just finish emptying these belts, and, I think that entire stone line is also gonna have to go. We should probably deconnect that stone line before we actually, like, set it to go, because otherwise it'll just fill with more stone. And that would also be unintentional and unfortunate, and that's not what we want to do. Okay, let's grab some iron so we can actually, like, build another couple of you. So yeah, let's just disconnect all of these at the base. Actually, the solid lines can be fine. They don't need to be taken off. Yeah. So this one also will move down. Right, don't actually need to pick up everything up. Alright, that needs to move down, and honestly, this steel also needs to move off. Okay, we can do this. It's just a little mistake. It'll be fine. Okay, and also this bottom line gears also needs to go. We're probably just gonna build a warehouse to stick all of this into. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Lily is only mostly an idiot. Alright, let's drop all this off and figure out what to do. We just need to move all the belts down to, like, be aligned with this, and then we'll be fine. And we could just do it and just be awkward about it, but I don't want to deal with that for the rest of making this bus. This is really not in the... It's just one of those things. It's not really on the topic of this, like, episode, which is supposed to be about building oil stuff, but what do you do? Sometimes things come up, and sometimes Lily's an idiot. Who, yeah, so I need iron. Here's some iron. Like... Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Doot. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, doot. Doot, doot. Doot. Alright. Let's go grab also some more nanobots, because we need that to fix our mistakes. And this big box of junk, we'll eventually fix. We'll eventually have something else. Yeah, it's very... you can't play Factorio if you don't have the proper dooting sounds. Very important. It's essential skill. Oh. Hey, at least all of our systems are working to make lots of materials to clog up our inventory. At least we had this curve here, so we didn't have to like rebuild the entire line. Actually, if that had happened, I probably just wouldn't be rebuilding the entire line.
Good night, Lily.
Good night. Also, we are currently doing oil processing. Oh, I just said the oil processing's done, but oh well, I don't. We're not gonna forget that we're doing oil processing. Is it just deleting the items? I think it's just deleting the items. Otherwise, I don't know where they're going. And honestly, I don't mind. I guess actually we picked up most of the items on there. Alright, so that line's good. This next one needs to go, we need to have one go down one. So you're going to actually be going into that one like that. You're going to go down, and you're going to go down, and you're going to, oops, no, you're going to go down. You're going to go up. We'll just take out you. And you'll go up, 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 around. And over. Okay. I probably should have been running this belt while we were running back, but oh well. You, and you. Alright, so alrighty. We got this, we got this. Things happen, and this will be for the benefit down the line. That it'll be so much nicer that we don't have to do wonky movement of belts when we're and there we go. Okay. That one's done. Okay, this one we actually have to clear. We have to empty out everything here because actually the bottom gear one is fine because it's just gonna become the top gear one. the rest of these lines clear? No, they're not. Okay. We'll run this way. We'll clear out the other lines. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where it's like I caught it early enough. It isn't that big of a stretch, and it'll save us like a lot of headache down the line. That like if it was just like one station, I might do that. But like this is the main bus. It'll look ugly. And I just can't have that. So you're there. Oops, that doesn't look right. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's what we want. Right, and is this top line fine? No, it is not. Right, let's just bring it over this way, and we'll clear out the last of it. I knew something felt weird that it was like the bells were running like that close to the train tracks, but I'm just like I didn't act on it. I didn't think about it. It wasn't. That's just one thing about it. Let's termite out this because this is right along the belt. Listen to little voices in your head that say that, this doesn't feel quite right. Because often, something might not be right. Right, let's, wait, we don't actually need all these trains now. We just need one of them. Alright. Ugh, excuse me. Alright, you're going well. Right, so this will become. Just go over. Actually, no, that's not what I want. You're still here. That's what we want. Oh, I guess I should also clear up these two. These zigzagging belts don't want to be cleared out. It's harder than it looks. And okay, I think we are fixed. I think we're good. Okay. Actually, yeah, we need one more train. Okay, so, hey, now look. Plastic, plastic, plastic. Can. Right, so this is here. This isn't a problem. We'll just move here and here. And now, one, two away of the split. And we'll have a balancer to have it balance. And I think we need red belts here, or undergrounds. Yeah. Oops. Need a few more red undergrounds for situations like this, although we shouldn't have having too many more situations like that. Hey there! Thank you so much, Pooper, for the raid. It's much appreciated. Just having the nice Thanks. We just I just spent like half an hour moving all of these lines down one because I noticed I made these too close and I couldn't neatly underground across this train track. So, yeah, just fixing up a mistake. How was your stream? How's it going? Yeah, no, we're coming on here, just working on getting the main bus up and running. Oh yeah, I mean like it's just I could have like done like weird like some things, but that's one thing I miss when I get to like red belts is that you can't just like click and drag the undergrounds across that. Yeah, it's just like I could have done something like where it would have been like this, because it was like one closer and like done something like that, but like it wouldn't have looked good. It would have been a pain to do every time, and alright, so that's good. Let's bring power down there again. Alright, and it's saying so we need coal. Let's grab coal. Do. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'm just like, it's like a combination of both aesthetics and also just like being a pain in the butt. Yeah, no, I mean, I was like wondering like do I want like to do just like I wanted the T-turn here, like if I had just been like a straight, if I just wanted to turn, I could have like done the turn like out and around and back in here and just like done a straight edge. But I like how it looked out. Like we're not using this for anything. Like we don't need to pull anything off. It looks kind of weird like in person, but like on map, oh, that looks very good. Why aren't you working? Oh, because I haven't actually hooked up the fluids. That would be why. Okay, let's grab you. Yeah, that is literally what I just fixed. I had it on this side, and we weren't working on the other side of this. And that's literally just what I just moved down. Yeah, like I'm not gonna bother on the other side because it's like I wasn't working on this side of the tracks for that part of the bus. You know what? I'll fix the left eventually, and that will be when I dismantle the main bus. Is this the innermost one? Yes. Okay. So we'll just have this like turn this way. Okay. Where's the broken connection? I gave it petroleum, not sulfuric acid. That would be why. I believe we don't actually need to bring this petroleum line up anymore. Petroleum. Plastic. Oh, no, it is petroleum. That is what we need. Petroleum. Okay, so what's wrong with petroleum? Are we just out of petroleum? We are just out of petroleum. Yes, this is a Vanilla Plus. If you look in the description under like games I play Factorio, you can look at my actual mod list. That is Picker. Picker shows the lines. Okay, why aren't you... Okay, our cracking is not working for some reason. Light oils. Yeah, you're full. Okay, so why aren't you running? Light oil is greater than 125. You should be running. Like, why aren't you running? Light oil greater than 25k. I've said 25k, not 20k. I am dumb. We have water. Water's coming from these deep water wells right there. I just had these certain conditions wrong. Don't have them set 25k. Because these tanks can't hold 25k. I'm coming from doing a Bob's run where I have the bigger tanks. There we go. There we go. We are now cracking. And everything's good. Everything's happy now. And we're making plastic. Ooh, I didn't put plastic on both sides of belts. Let me... Wait, did I? Yeah, I fixed that. I did that. Why did... Oh, I didn't... Not all of these have, That would be a dumb mistake. Nihilist oil book? I don't think so. Most of the books I have that I did not make myself are Catherine of Sky. So if it was hers, yeah, I would just like. I would love the ability on these books to have more of a written section where things you can put things like author credits and information and uses would be so nice to have in the Blueprint books. Yeah, but I mean, like, this, I think I just copied. This is my own setup. Everything else I just otherwise did by hand. Like, that's just mine. Yeah, I mean, like, this is more of a get it done setup. This isn't my in-game, like, fully arrayed. This is just, like, do it by hand. Makes sense. Okay, it's got plastic. Next thing we need is... Why am I missing 2 chemical plants? How many did I build? I built 12. I meant to build 10. Let's fix that. Not that it's in the world that we have 10, but it's I only had... I want to have just 10 of each, just for even sake of all of the... Okay. Alright, so next thing we need is... Let's bring you over. Do we want to do sulfur or batteries? Let's do batteries. Actually, yeah, let's do batteries. Okay, so batteries, we need sulfuric acid and iron and down. So, do you. Are you really good at combiners? I don't have a lot of practice with them, but, like, I mean, I'd say I have familiarity enough to be decent at using them. I have familiar with them the same reason why using there's picker belt tools. I don't like the arrows on the belts. I find I use it because, like, I see belts all the time, and belts I use for different reasons. And if you place close, yes. So that I believe nothing should be wrong with that. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. I will bookmark that and look at it. Oh, look at that. I don't really use LTN too much. I mostly use LTN as my recycling system, where for most stations and stuff, they will have dedicated trains, but I will use LTN for, like, my recycling hub. Alright, so we need to get sulfuric acid here, which we started to bring up. Alright, so sulfuric acid is actually one of the few ones we actually keep moving along on this line, and gonna be good and actually hook this up to its own connection to the power core. Alright, and then we need copper and iron. That's easy enough to do. Alright, I did not connect that up. Cool. Yeah, that's annoying. Like, alright, so the way I do this is I like to just do the combination down here. Like, you can do the combination like in the actual line itself, but I just find that it just gets very messy very quickly. So I just do it down here and be like, hey, iron. Oops, not much. And copper. Okay. And you'll be good, and that will be batteries. Bring batteries up. Okay. I believe you can just get that across in yellow. Yep, you can. And there you go. Making batteries. Also, I put this going the wrong way. That's a detail. Half your output line goes in. Actually, to pick up some batteries and build the last 2 batteries I need for my armor. I did not mean to pick up that ammo. Okay, so can just continue along. There we go. Oh, really? Okay. I had a hunch about that, and I wasn't sure. But it's good to know that. Okay. I will start doing that. Yeah, because, like, I had noticed that, and I was like... Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, for the gear ones, I think this will be fine, because it's, like, these want to be full throughput anyway, so it's, like, I'm not going to bother with that. Okay, so you're good, you're good, you're good. Alright, so next up, everything we need. Finished you. Okay, almost out of green science we can do. Next is just sulfur. Sulfur will be super fast. It's just, we don't even grab anything from here. Can we build another one of you? No, we're low on stone. Fortunately, we have a bus now, so we can just like pick up some stone. Dude. I need more stone. Bottom one moves stuff down, the next one fills in the gaps, but after that one, fills the gaps in the, after that fills the gaps in the third belt. Oh, okay. Okay, let me see what we're doing. Let me take a look at that. So you're saying something like not like that. Nope. Like this. Okay, yeah. Wait, that makes sense. Thank you so much. Cool. Awesome. Wait, so back to you. Wait, we just need to do just a quick stagnant here. Do. Oops, not like that. That is how you don't do that. And I'll just actually just copy that real quick and remove you. And you come off, you come off. You will be on the near belt. You only need a little bit of this for science. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm having the space on these even for the ones that don't, just so they're all at the same level. And I'll just plop a well right here. Ah, fair. Oops. Cool. And yeah, since this one's so, it's gonna be naughty and just attach it there. Oops, and I need to have more belts. Wait, let's run back home. And we can fix all that. But with that, I'm actually gonna call this episode, not the stream, but to a close, because this is pretty much what we're looking for our oil setup. So we have all the oil products we want, so batteries, plastic, that stuff. Oh, and lubricant, which we will need to bring up, and sulfuric acid. So we just gotta bring up lubricant here. And we'll have sulfuric acid coming down the line because those are used for building other things. Hey, Ruined Shadows, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. And after that, oh, and we finished that. I think after this, we want to probably work on red circuits, and then we can build the actual, like, bus mall. And after that, I think it's probably get science going. Well, no, after that, it'll be get bots going. Actually, we should probably do bots first, before the mall. Alright, so got you. Oh, let us unload all of you. All this junk from, Nope, don't need you. And we'll deal with that later. That's future Lily's problem. Alright, so you're all good, you're all good. Okay, so what next? Next thing I do is actually in the episode, so I'll see you around next time.